Well, good morning, everyone. It's Guthron, here to play a little Terraria with you today. Hello. I need to actually... Wrong one. I'm messing around with stuff in the stream that you can't see, so you're just gonna have to trust me. Okay, so yep, I'm gonna play some Terraria, and I'm gonna be joined by Golgoth. Let me bring him in. Say hello, Golgoth. Whenever you're there. Fade the music out for now. Let's go back to Terraria. I think I may have muted the Terraria sound the last time we played it, so turn it back up. Yep. Settings. I think I turned the music down. Musica. There we go. So, while we wait for Golgoth to join us, I thought I'd give you guys a little introduction to this. This is a special project that I started for Zoe. I haven't given it to her yet. I was going to give it to her before, but got delayed and honestly lost interest in playing it, so I still have some work to do on it. But figured I'd give you an introduction. This is Tree World. Unfortunately, I don't have my map because I was playing this modded for a while. I was playing Terraria modded for a while so I could have some fun. And that means I lost my map, so the world is all kind of new to me too. So, but this is the main base. It's built a little bit off of center.
Okay, I'm here.
Hello.
Hello.
Rise and shine.
I woke up at 3:30. Couldn't fall back asleep until 7:30, 8:30 maybe.
Hello, Kyle. Nice to see you in chat. And Pixel Sharks. Say hello, Golgoth. You're live.
Hello, Kyle.
So as I was saying, this is a special thing that I built for Zoe. This is the tree. I've just been calling it Tree World. I've been trying to build her a base with everything in it, all themed and everything. So I modeled it initially off of something that I found online. And then I've kind of added on to it since. So this is her main little house right here with her bank, and she's got all of the NPCs are here, so you can see some of them are here. I've got some of them down here. I added this little mushroom storage shed thing where she can basically stand on this one or this one and hit deposit all, and everything will get looted. But she is growing mushrooms down there for her, and then there's all of her crafting stations. A lot of her crafting stations are right there. She's got, this NPC here. I got a lot of things set to auto door, so people won't get away. I added this little hub of, you know, this little house over here, and this little dungeon place here I added. And then go this way. And let's see. Up this way, here's some more crafting stuff right here. And then I added this little section just so she could have, you know, another, you know, house over here. And then there's a little lava place right there. There's all of her mushrooms if she wants them. And then down below here is this area. This is all, it's all water right here. And this tree shaft goes all the way down to the bottom of the world. But I tried to model this base like all the bosses are attacking it. So you have the Eater of Worlds and the Corruptor of Worlds as tunnels. Here, I tried to make it look like there's little eyes going all the way. So, and this goes all the way up. And so then here's the pumpkin themed stuff. So she can jump up here and go in. I put the party girl here. Well, the party girl is actually supposed to be someplace else. I don't know why she's down here. Pearl. Or is that the hairstylist? I can't remember. And I added some. I'm eventually going to have the rest of the scarecrow right here. And pumpkin guy there. And then there's this little Halloween-like house right here. It's made out of all the stuff that you get from the Halloween event. Even added a little fireplace right there. I'm in the process of filling in the glass in the backpack here because I was tired of things spawning in there. That was getting annoying. So anyway, we go up this way. Here's a little Eye of Cthulhu little boss thingy here. And then up this way, we have the medic right here. And the fisher guy, so you can go get all your fishing quests. And then over here, there's the barkeep, the sewing guys, the dye guy. Here's the witch doctor. This little beehive, and this little teleporter here takes you to the jungle, so you can fight do the jungle temple. And then there's the party house. That took forever to build because it was trying to get all that stuff. Yeah, you could only purchase it when there was a certain party going on, so I had to wait for a party and then come buy everything. So it's getting a little annoying. And there's the magic guy. And then let's see, up this way we have the painter and the dyad with her little garden right there. And then up over here we have the steampunk NPC, and this teleporter right here just goes down to the bottom. So if you need to get up to the top, you can. And then up this way, the weapons guy. That's kind of a dead end right there. And then up top, sorry, I'm helping Golgov get into the game. Up top up here, we have two of my favorites. First, we have the pirate ship with the captain up here and a couple of crew members, and there's a bunny cannon right there, and there's another cannon up at the front, and all gold stuff. And then above it we have this lake, so you can go fishing. Just kind of like when it looks like it's raining all the time on the pirate ship. They got stuck when it attacked. They got stuck in the tree. It crash landed into the tree. And then right here we have a UFO, and there's the robot, the cyborg. So eventually I'm actually going to build a bigger UFO farther up. That's going to be like the aliens are attacking. Okay, so let's go down to show you a couple of the other things. So you saw Hello Golgoth.
Hello.
So over here, you can just barely see it. We have King Slime. He attacked and got stuck. He got smashed into the tree and got pinned down there. And here's the Destroyer of Worlds going down this side. Goes all the way down. There's a little boss thing there, where, you know, because they give you those helmets when you beat them, and so I was trying to stick them in places that were themed on the particular creature that was being, you know, themed here. All these little rubies and everything took a while to get. And then a couple other things to show you. Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't fall. Let's see. Right here we have this little fleshy thingy room right here, and if you go into it, go over here, we have the Wall of Flesh. I built this Wall of Flesh apartment complex. It's Wall of Flesh high-rise, whatever you want to call it. So it's got all the Wall of Flesh stuff here, all the way up. So it looks exactly, it looks like a Wall of Flesh, you know, kind of thing, with the lava at the bottom and everything. That was fun to build. Let's see, have I showed you everything? Oh, I didn't show you the skull. Okay, so let's go up to the skull. Let's go back down. And back through the Corruptor of Worlds tunnel. And then if instead of stopping part way like we did this last time, we go all the way up. If I can figure out how to play again. Alright, so up here, that's just a way out right there. And so then down right here, look, here's the skull, you know, for Skeletron. We got all his stuff right here. And if you go down, it does open up so you can walk down into the thing. You hit that button again, you trap me. Walk back to the right. There you go. Okay, now. Yep, so then down here's the button that closes it, and that goes in there. So I'm gonna go back this way. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Buttons, 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 buttons. Thank you. Ah. That's not, I want to actually hit the button this time. Okay. Sometimes those buttons can be a little annoying. You hit walk on it. There you go. Alright, so yeah, and then up here we have that island stuff. Like I said, there are a couple other things I still need to do. One of them is down here. Once I come down this side over here where this tree is. Inside this over here, you can see I put some snow. I want to make a place for Saint Nick right here. So I got to finish that. And I want to build the bigger UFO that's farther up that looks like it's actually attacking. And I need to do the twins. The twins are going to be coming down on either side of the thing, basically between the Corruptor of Worlds and the UFO that's attached to the tree. And then the other side where King Slime is, I'm going to have them right there. So I have a couple bosses I still need to do. But yeah, this is the thing that I was working on. You saw part of this, but I hadn't shown this on stream.
It's been a while, yeah.
Yeah, but
it was not remotely near this much.
Yeah. Now this is something that I've started putting in all my worlds. I actually thoroughly enjoy this. This is the actual start point for people who've never been here. This is basically an invasion point. on either side in the water are the banners, so you can have all the buffs possible from right here in the middle. There's a treasure chest here that has pirate maps and other things. We've got this little table here so you can have as many minions as you want, because we'd like to have the what is it? That one's nice to have. And I can have all of these. Let's make, where's that thing? I don't know how to make that one go away. Anyway. So these guys will do all the fighting from down here, and I can trigger that to make it so that the lava will will fall in, so that the things will fall in. So then we can trigger, say, if we wanted to, a pirate invasion. So let's do one so that they can see what it's like.
How do you trigger it? Or do you have it set up so you can trigger it from here?
I have a pirate map. Here they go. So then they will invade. And really, honestly, we don't have to do anything. We can just sit right here. I can also do this. These are nice to have also. Although the deadly spheres are definitely a lot stronger if you're playing in like a modded version where they can fly through things.
At least they don't die in your lava.
Yes, they don't. Now you just gotta wait for the pirates to arrive.
That deadly sphere looks like a TIE fighter.
Mm-hmm. It does, and when it first spawns, it sounds like it. So these guys are nice. They just kind of sit here. You gonna survive?
I don't know.
They all seem to want to face the same direction. Oh, here they come. See? So, I mean, I could just kind of have to stand here. That's the nice thing about having these minions, is they do all the work. And having that table there means I can have an extra one. And if you put on the right gear, you can have like up to 8 of them. And having like a bunch of those deadly spheres. These minions are a little stronger, I think. I really like the deadly sphere and the little UFO. But yeah, this is. And if I wanted to actually work for this, I could make the minions go away and then use my Star Wrath. Those little dragons, those celestial dragons, kind of, they do a lot more. Yeah, I like this. This is so effective that Grumpy Ninja has started putting a version of it into his world. The only thing this isn't good for is certain, like the holiday events that have the waves of invasions, because eventually they start spawning boss creatures that can get to you down here.
And then the elements.
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't be good for the elements.
So yep, there we go. It's like push button for money. So yep. So this I particularly enjoy having now. I put a bunch of sunflowers over here to help with the whole. There we go. So now I got both of them. To help decrease spawn over this direction. I did actually have more. I put a tree up here. I went through and started seeding trees throughout the world for Zoe to go find when I give her this world. I'm gonna put it on her computer, and then basically gift it to her that way. If you if you guys go, I think it's still available in the highlights of this channel. If otherwise, you can go to my YouTube, which is listed down there at the bottom. I accidentally woke the wall of flesh in this world. I didn't mean to.
I thought you were gonna move to a different world because of that.
That was there's another world that we've been playing jointly. That's the one where we built the big castle and everything. Yeah, that one we haven't played in a while. That one's the one that has the beautiful fishing hole where you can fish for everything. I haven't built that one on this one for her yet, because I figure if she's gonna do fishing, she might as well come to. We can just load that one. I forget the name of it, but yeah, that one's. You remember that sandstone fishing complex that I built?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's on that other world. Plus, we have the bases everywhere. That was actually that might be actually what I was thinking of when I said I accidentally opened the wall and accidentally killed the wall of flesh. But I did it in this one too. But I think actually now my memory is just wrong. I think it was that I thought that I built. I thought that I did the wall of flesh on accident, but I think that was that world. And this is the one where I did it on purpose. So, but because I started experimenting with playing modded play.
Yeah.
On an experimental world, basically a resource world. The problem is, because I wanted to play with my character there, when I brought that character back over here, I lost my exploration of this world. Well, really, of all the worlds. So see, there's another tree I built. And another one right there. I was trying to go through and seed a bunch of trees. So anyway, while I finish exploring, Golgoth, how are you?
Just obscenely tired.
Mm-hmm.
But that's one of the joys of being who you are, is just, if you have sleeping problems, then just have sleeping problems.
I actually managed to sleep like 6 hours last night without really waking up. Oh, I found the Martian Probe. Ready for an invasion?
Oh, that's what I was going up looking for.
Martians are invading. Everyone to the defense point.
Now.
It's cool. It's actually good because I think there's some banners that I need from this one. And some uniforms.
Oh, the background is flying saucers.
Mm-hmm. You know, if you use your magic mirror, it'll bring you back here. Or your cell phone.
I forget how to do it.
It's been several months since we played. Yeah, if you have your thing set to the bed that's there in the middle, it takes you back to that, and you just jump down. And, yep. So this thing works really good. I mean, works really well. And if I want to speed it up, throw some Star Wrath at it. Boom, boom, boom. saucer staff that just got dropped. Alright. The funny thing was, guess where that saucer, that flying saucer was? In the water.
That's weird.
Instead of up near the top, yeah, it was down in the water. I
think there is a chance for it to spawn anywhere. It's just really small. It's just higher up in space or down at the very bottom.
Yeah. The Martians have been defeated. Oh. Could you hit that switch? Right above you. You see, look right above your head. You see that red switch? There you go. Thank you. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. So what'd you get? What'd you get?
I don't know.
Let's see. Well, if you got any...
It doesn't look like I got anything. Just like Moonglow, Cash. I have adamantite headgear, but I already have.
I got some banners.
Violet Star Veil.
I got some banners. I'll worry about the banners later.
Oh.
Pirate banners for sure. I'll worry about later. So, go back this way. Have a little space down here. I think it's this right over here for more banners. Where's my mouse? Statues. You know what, I'll just dump these in here for now. I'll worry about them later. We got got some more Martian banners from that one. Okay, so this is what I like about the sphere here, is I can stand right here and just hit quick stack, and everything that's already over here gets quick stacked. Come here, mister. What are you doing down here? You're not supposed to be down here. So how's school?
Well, I had mentioned yesterday I missed my first class. This time it wasn't sleeping problems, though. It was really frosty out, and I had been giving myself just enough time to get to class with a couple minutes to spare, and having not given myself more time clearing frost made me late, which counts as an absence.
Oops.
It's okay. It's, I mean, it's inevitable.
That you'll miss one?
Well, I'll miss some.
Now we have another gold treasure chest. Yeah.
But studying history of the U.S. following Reconstruction, it's always enjoyable. I chose that specifically.
I was about to say, that's one way to look at it.
Well, it's...
I have a dresser in here.
Excuse me. Because I didn't have any of my college previously done in Georgia, Georgia requires certain things, so none of my history credits counted towards the gen eds. And so I had to do something in between Georgia state history, U.S. up to Reconstruction, and U.S. after Reconstruction. I would prefer U.S. after Reconstruction.
Yeah. I guess it would depend on what I'm more in the mood for. Sometimes I really want to study things like pre-Revolutionary War America, like French and Indian War. I actually like studying the French and Indian War, the 7 Years' War, the first truly international war. I forget where gel is supposed to be. Monster nuts? Gel. Huh, I have it under gel.
You find it when you kill water squishies.
No, not that. Where it's supposed to be stored. Okay, so I'm gonna go
Probably
down.
in a box.
Yes, I figured it out. So I'm gonna go down to the bottom of the world. Okay, so so that was a little bit about where Golgoth is right now. One of the things that Golgoth and I discussed, well, I wanted to do and Golgoth has agreed to come along for this, is to talk about some of the things that he and I are facing as veterans with mental health issues. You remember this conversation, right?
And even if the specifics are different, they apply to a lot of people,
Yep.
you know, who aren't veterans.
Well, here's something I added a little root offshoot for Zoe into this mushroom cave. So, but we figure we should start by letting you know where we come from. So, Golgoth, would you care to do the honors?
Well, growing up, I always was taught that, you know, we didn't choose to be born in the United States. You know, you don't really choose anything in the circumstances of how you're born. But living in the U.S., whether or not people like government, whether or not people like society, regardless of whether people like or don't like, living in the U.S., we have just an incredibly luxurious lifestyle, even for the poorest among us, you know, relative to other places we could be born. So I was always taught that it's morally appropriate to give back somehow, you know, for this, the opportunity that we were given. You know, it has some religious overtones, but regardless, I was always taught that service, you know, to our society, community, our country, whatever, is appropriate. And in hindsight, while I probably would have done something like the Peace Corps, or I don't know, that was always kind of translated as military service to me. So I joined the military, and I always had this romanticization of what that was. You know, you always have stories revolve around adventures and heroes and fighting. And so I joined, and I always wanted to be, you know, if I was going to be doing it at all, I always wanted to be in the center of things. I always wanted to participate in the stuff that actually mattered, or in my head. So I volunteered. Pretty much any chance I got, I volunteered to go on deployments. And when I finally got that opportunity, I went to Afghanistan, but it wasn't for you know, a lot of people who deploy go to some giant base somewhere.
That's not where you went.
Unless you're, you know, a Marine or Army infantry, they're the ones that actually go out into the poopy places. And the deployment that I volunteered for was embedded with them out in a poopy place, little mountainous part of Afghanistan that's just that nobody there wants us there. And so we were just constantly fighting, day in, day out. And well, I didn't really like my job in the Air Force prior to that. I learned the skills. You know, that wasn't because I didn't like the job necessarily, but just because I wasn't good at it. And that always is really rough for me if I'm spending all my time doing something I'm not good at. So the skills I learned to do that job, I brought back, and I essentially switched jobs when I got back here, and just kept, you know, with the technology of today, I kept fighting, and kept fighting, and kept fighting. And regardless of whether you think it's right, whether you think it's wrong, there's a toll that killing people, you know, even if in your head they deserve it and they need to be dead, there is a toll that killing people takes on you. It just happens. and so kind of that's where I live. You know, I hopefully have finally gotten out of it, and hopefully for good.
Yes, that's why we're very glad he's in school. He's been trying for a while.
So what about you?
Well, I was military brat, so parents were Air Force. Mom used me as the excuse to get out, of course. She's like, I'm pregnant, I'm jumping ship. She was actually intel. She was a Russian Morse code interpreter. So
do you have to learn Russian to learn Russian in Morse code?
I don't know.
Or you just learn the characters?
I think it's just Morse code is Morse code, and they might have had obviously they would use it differently because even if you're sending the same signals that everyone else can read, it doesn't necessarily mean you're sending them in a form they can read. So
Yeah.
she never really talked about it. I never really asked. The nice thing about my parents were that when I joined and I became intel, they understood not to ask questions.
Yeah.
They couldn't answer. I mean, my mom worked in a skiff. And they were completely isolated where they were on the base. The only time she ever wore her gas mask was when she went to the other side of the base to pick up my dad from work. They never participated in any of the exercises. They never, did any of that stuff.
Why would you participate in exercises when every day of your job is
exactly? It's
operational.
Yeah. She said the only time she ever saw the wing commander was when the wing commander decided that she wanted to strut her stuff and come, show off that she could come in there, not realizing that they had to sanitize everything and then just not do their jobs while she was there. These are things that you in particular would appreciate. I know. The whole sanitizing to the point where you can't do anything while they're there. The dog and pony show of the bigwigs coming around. Everybody who's worked in any kind of a big corporate environment understands that.
It's like, yeah, come see what we're doing. We can't do it while you're here, though.
Yeah. So, which is something they never quite understand. But so raised around the Air Force my entire life. My first break from the Air Force was when I went to college. Tried to become a teacher. That didn't work out and needed work, so then I enlisted, but I didn't want to do, just any old job. I wanted to get. I had two goals when I enlisted in the Air Force. One was to get a master's degree on someone else's tab, tuition assistance, and the other was to learn a language, and I wanted to learn Arabic. I got my master's degree in history in 2011, and I got Arabic as the language that I signed up when I signed up. I managed to get that, even though it looked like they were getting Korean.
Man, I wouldn't have minded Korean.
I did not want Korean.
Arabic was not. They give you a few choices.
Mm-hmm.
Arabic wasn't on my list of choices.
No, it wasn't on your list of choices?
Heck no.
Can't imagine why. It was on mine. I did not put Korean on there, and as I was sitting in that room with 75 other linguists, one of the largest groups to go through at the time, may still be the largest group to go through at a single time. I don't know. All I heard was Korean, Chinese, Korean, Russian, Korean, Arabic. I was like, oh, there goes the one Arabic. And then they got to me, and I heard Arabic, and I don't remember anything after that. It's like, yes, I got the one I wanted. Yeah. So, went to DLI like Mike did. We went to Georgia and started doing, the remote stuff, the stuff from afar. I didn't want to deploy. I was very happy to let people like Mike volunteer to go, so I didn't have to. So I was in that sense, I was very isolated from quote unquote combat action, but that didn't mean I wasn't isolated from seeing it, hearing it, taking part in it. And over time, that really started to, like he said, it starts to wear on you, even if you're slightly insulated from it.
Well, that's the thing is, if you have even just a little bit of capacity towards
Compassion.
And capacity towards recognizing the impact of what you're doing. You come out with these. There's only a few types of people that work in those environments. And I'm afraid to say a huge proportion of the people that work there and stay, they just establish a mental block where they just do not think about, not just that they don't think about, but they...
Cognitive dissonance is what they call it.
Cognitive dissonance, where they just will not process what they're actually doing.
They don't. In some ways, it's protective.
Yeah, I mean, it's because, again, you can't realize what you're doing and not have it take a massive toll.
Yeah, there's a lot of cognitive dissonance in that job. There's a lot of people who just don't want to think about the consequences of what they're doing because they can't, because they have to be there. They don't have a choice, whatever. I saw the writing on the wall in 2015 when things started to go south for me and the unit I was in, and I knew that it was getting worse and worse and worse for me, and so I pulled the plug. But there's a lot of people I know who wouldn't do that.
Well, even before that, so even if you have that cognitive dissonance, the one part that plenty of people don't disassociate from is that it's all important. You know what I mean? And so you have even when you work here, you have this constant push. Everything you do is important. Everything. Little things, big things, day-to-day things. Absolutely everything you do is important. And so there's no mental downtime, and the ramifications, stress-wise, are crazy. Even if you have that cognitive dissonance block, it still just results in a massively stressful job, just because at no point is your day just a relaxed...
Every day that we went to work, there was no break. It was constant engagement. Even on what quote unquote went back. Mike and I started working together back in 2007. Okay, so I got to Georgia in 2006. He got there a little bit after I did.
We were in language class. We had an overlap in language school, but we only ever met a couple times.
Yeah, and the one time we interacted, he was mad at me because I was pushing him to run harder, because I was told by the MTLs, you will make them run at a certain pace and not slow down.
And even then, it wasn't that I was upset for running, because I was an incredible runner at that point. It was more along the lines of, if this is hard for me, it's murder on others.
Oh yeah, and it wasn't like we didn't know.
Yeah,
they were just, that's what they wanted. And then when we did get to Georgia, we were on opposite sides of the room. Like I was working one strategic mission, and he was working another strategic/tactical mission. Same room, different missions, different shifts. So,
but after a few years,
it was a year after I got there exactly that I switched over to work the same mission with him.
But even after a few years there, you were desperate to get away.
Yeah, I just wanted to get away from it. I was tired of it. My problems with sleeping had already started. I didn't you remember I did that in-place deployment where I came in and basically replaced you. The stuff that I heard when I was on that deployment, I was utterly shocked by, and I did not want to ever do something like that again. Which is why when in 2011, when I finally had to go back in, and I switched over to we worked in the same shop again. I was actually kind of glad that it was that I was just basically a chaser. I wasn't really an interpreter, because I didn't want to hear. I didn't want to know what they were saying. I'd had my fill of it. the stuff that the stuff that I heard in 2008 to 2009 was just was like, no, I didn't want. But I didn't.
Yeah.
But at the time, I didn't really understand it. I was just being. It was like desperation. Get me away from this.
Yeah, and that's the. Some people may hear what we're talking about and think, oh, well, they're just sympathizers or some crap like that. It's like, no. The people, in general, the people that we fight and we target, they're about as crappy of human beings as you can find.
But they're still human beings.
Yeah.
And
it's like, if
inevitably,
you believe in death sentences, if you believe in war, if you believe any of that is appropriate, and I would argue that it's almost impossible not to find some situation where that's appropriate, because, at the very least, self-defense, defense of your family, it's just... So, it's not even the point, I wouldn't even ever try to argue the point of, oh, well, we shouldn't be at war, we shouldn't be fighting in general, just because you think the world is better off with somebody not in it, doesn't... Yeah. Anyway, so listening to them,
and it's also impossible to say 100% of the time that you're always right when it comes to who you're chasing.
Oh yeah, and then there's the inevitable collateral. I mean, and even if there's no collateral, just the impact on societies and communities where there's active conflict is self-precipitating. Yeah.
I just heard a duck in the game do something really weird, and it confused me.
I heard a different type of quack.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, what was that?
It's like, it's a happy quack, happy quack, happy quack. Oh, no.
Yeah. It's like, that duck is not doing well. I'm going back down to explore the bottom of the world again. So, I kind of got a little bit of a reprieve from that when I moved to Germany. Because I changed AORs, but over time it's just started again, and it became more involved with the visual medium again. And that's when I started seeing more and more and more. And again, at the time, I didn't understand what was going on, but it was just getting to the point of desperation. And oh, hey, what's this? Oh shoot, I didn't want to do that. My minion killed something I wanted to talk to first. Blood moon! Yay!
Uh-oh.
No.
I don't want to be here. I want to go back.
Go to the launch point, the little defense point. You'll be safe there. So yeah. So that kind of gives you an idea where we came from.
Oh, piss! They come through walls.
Some of them do. Yeah, go. Go to the. Are you here? I'll come up there. Are you at the defense point? Yeah, some of them can come through walls. Oop, that's not what I wanted to do. So yeah, you kind of have to pay attention a little bit more with this one.
Yeah, dang it.
Okay, so
I was definitely not mentally paying attention.
Okay, there we go. And I've got my little meow mirror, so I can get the stuff that comes. So there, I can keep you safe, princess. I can keep you safe.
Thank you.
Art was asking me if I wanted to play some Neverwinter again, and I was like, "You just like it because in that game you're the tank and I'm the princess." He's like, in part.
I am all about some good gender reversal.
Mm-hmm. The best way to describe Art, if you were to get to pick up a character class for her, she's a paladin. Through and through, she's a paladin.
You've got to have paladins in life.
Yes.
Or else the rest of us are dead.
The only thing, the only bad thing about the meow meter is the constant meowing.
If you have headphones on, it's annoying. If you don't have headphones on, I wonder what the cats would think.
I've never really had them have a reaction to it. So that's a, thinking about that. I've never actually had them react to it. I do know that we had Alexa play a kitten mewing sound the other day, and Peggy just flipped out. She's like, she got real close to the speaker and was sniffing it like, "Where's this kitten? I need to take care of it." Her maternal instinct really kicked in.
Yeah, I guess she's not really a kitten anymore, is she?
Yeah, she's not. No, she's 2 years old, but I mean, she's a European short hair, so she's so small, like compared to Falcor. Oh, he's an American long hair, and he's just so big compared to her. She's just small in stature.
So who is Peggy named after?
Peggy Carter. From Captain America.
Okay.
Agent Agent Carter, you know, the
Agent
TV
Carter.
series. Yeah.
Alright.
We don't. I mean, that's her name. It's Peggy Carter, but we just call her Peggy.
Yeah.
Or she's the baby. She's also Michelle's shadow. Like, no, not Jordy, our previous cat. He was her shadow. Peggy is more like her familiar.
Just always there.
She's always there, always emoting off of her, always, you know, taking care of her. The two of them are a little bit uncanny with how they interact with each other. And Peggy does this thing I've never seen another cat do. She'll just plop down in the middle of wherever she is and just roll over on her back and just lay there, looking up, looking around with her toes curled. And all she wants you to do is talk to her. She doesn't want to be petted, nothing. And I cannot tell you how many times I've been standing here at the computer and turn around and she's lying there on the ground staring at me like, "Are you going to notice me?"
It's like, nope, I'm too busy doing my own thing, man.
So
the cat that my roommate had rescued from, it was just a really, really, really cold week for Georgia, but definitely cold enough that a cat would have frozen to death. So the roommate rescued a cat from outside, and you know, we told the apartment complex, you know, if it had been my cat that had gotten out, the first place I would have gone to is the apartment complex people and said, "Hey, if anybody finds this, please let me know." And so like a month and a half went by and nobody had come to them. And we're not allowed to post anything, and so I had hesitated and held off posting anything. You know, she had put things on Facebook in like the lost animals section and stuff, and just nothing. So I finally did post things. You know, I printed up some stuff and went out and posted them, and that's like within an hour or two, the cat had been claimed.
yeah, somebody finally came.
Yeah. And I like having the cat around. I don't have very strong allergies, but I do have a little bit. But mostly, I just dislike the animal hair.
Yeah, that is true. That's one thing you kind of have to deal with. But what most people have allergies to is actually the saliva. That's what most people are allergic to. Is the saliva. And darker cats are actually less allergenic are more like they're. I guess it's like they're more allergenic, meaning they're friendlier to allergies than lighter haired cats. Did not know that. I learned that recently.
But that one was a monster.
Like a big cat.
She looked like a lynx without the ear tufts.
That's a big cat.
The owners said that she's, I guess, called a Savannah Cat.
Oh yeah, that's a big cat. Ring ring.
this is long.
It's because the night. It goes from when the sun goes down to when the sun comes up. So it's like 4:30 or 5:30. I can't remember. So we're at 3 a.m. So we're almost there. Those dragons kind of make it easier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that celestial dragon there is the strongest minion in the game. But I don't. It's really strong and I like having it, but it's not my favorite. I really like the UFO and the deadly sphere, but the celestial dragon can go through things.
Walls.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I need more celestial. I need more ice dragons. There we go. I have to keep casting them. Yeah, there we go. Now it's working. So did you have fun playing Fallout 76 on Tuesday?
Yeah. Fallout 76 is... I don't know. Here's a weird thing, though, and this goes back to our conversation. I really don't have interest in anything in life.
Oh,
so it's hard for me to say anything is fun.
Yeah, sometimes it's just like you do things just because you know you should. Yeah, I get that. Like, a lot of times I'm just like, I don't really want to do anything. It's at 4:30, so we're free. Oh, can you hit that switch?
Yep. I mean, it was, yeah, it was as enjoyable as most anything really can be.
Yeah, which
but
isn't saying
fun,
a lot.
Yeah, fun isn't really in my vocabulary anymore.
Yep. No, I get it. I get it. I understand. Oh,
there is a lot of sunflowers over here.
Yeah, they're there on purpose.
Okay. Yeah, it didn't look like it was natural.
Yep. Nope, they're there on purpose. They are there specifically to reduce the growth of, to reduce spawning over in that direction. They were actually initially they were all over the place, like all around, and so that made doing those events right there hard. So there's a gap right there. If you look at the map, there's a gap in them, and there's a bunch of them on the other side of the tree too. Mr. Vendor, come here. I need to, not you. I need to sell stuff. Shop. Sell. Nope, don't care.
So the big snake worm thing is the Eater of Worlds?
Yeah, one of them is the Corruptor of Worlds, and one of them is the Eater of Worlds. The Eater of Worlds is the robot one. He's the one on the left side. So, and then the Corruptor of Worlds, it's the Corruptor of Worlds obviously is only going to come in a world that has corruption, so you're not going to get him in this one. The Eater of Worlds can be, I think, is in this world. I can't remember right now. It's one or the other.
The red one is the one that's in this world, right?
Yes, because that's a machine. You can summon it. Alright, bosses. Where's bosses? Pets, mounts, boss stuff. Yeah. Put that there. Wait a minute. What's this? Oh, nope. Top hat. That can go up here. I have a place up here where I started putting dressers and things, so I could put clothing and stuff. There. There, you're free! No more blood zombies chasing you. I'm gonna go see the other side of the world, since I don't have that mapped out yet. What time is it?
I should probably look to see what I'm missing. Oh, I'm missing like all the underground.
Yeah. Did you go down the central shaft?
It doesn't look like it.
Yeah, there's a like if you go down the bottom of the tree, there's a route that goes all the way to the bottom of the world.
Yeah, I've gone down a little bit, but not remotely near to the bottom.
You can see, like, on here where I went through and I carved out some of the big trees so I could use them initially before I started pillaging other worlds for wood. There's a tree that I added. Zoe will probably build like a little base here. There's a, in the, I forget what they call it, when they have this, like, I like to call it the Lorax forest, but it's a forest that comes after the world has gone to hard mode.
Interesting.
I can't remember the name of it right now. There's a specific term for it. The soundtrack for the game has. She was always wanting to find it. But
find the music or find the forest?
Find the place where the music was playing. It's a specific zone, and there is a small zone of it over to the west. And there's a cloud island there that has a bunch of the trees growing on it, and I have a feeling she's gonna build a little base there. She likes doing that. I mean, you saw the bases she built in the other one. I think I found the ocean. Yep, the ocean is pretty. The ocean is corrupted on this side. Like the beach is completely corrupted.
I'm okay with there being corruption, even creeping corruption, but I think there needs to be a way to heal large areas.
There is. There's a gun that you can use to shoot, but the problem is if you don't completely, like, you have to cleanse it, and then you have to completely carve out an area. Let's see, let me fly up a little higher. You have to carve out an area that, like, I think it's like 5 tiles to keep the corruption from growing. And even then, when you do certain things in the world, like smash some of the altars, bursts of it appear.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm finding all the cloud islands again. So yeah, do you see where I am on the map right now?
Let me bring it up. Is there a way for me to bring up more of the map? There we go.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
This is where the little Lorax forest is.
Okay.
Here, I should let me look at the soundtrack. Let me look at the soundtrack and I'll tell you where it is. Albums.
Oh man, that corruption is creeping further and further.
Yep, it does. The Hallow, that's what it's called.
There's that really close corruption to the east, but that's intentionally corruption, right?
No, it's not intentional. That came when I spun the stuff. The sunflowers help hold that at bay. That's part of the reason why the sunflowers are over there. Actually, there may, if you go over that direction, I'm coming back that way now. Just making my way along. Oh, there's another. Oh no, not down. Up. There's the.
You can really see the shape of things, of everything that you built when you're in the map.
Oh yeah, that was kind of what I wanted to be able to do. Like go to the map and then be like, oh man, look at this. You can really see it. It's a little bit harder when you're right up on it, but
yeah, like the eye on the east snake or worm or whatever. I didn't recognize it as an eye until the map.
Yep. But now you see it.
Mm-hmm.
Those were a little difficult to build. Okay, let's see. So, somewhere over here, I think. Yes. There's a tunnel right here. Yeah. Where I was building stuff. This is the nice thing about the starfall, the star wrath. I can just go along, and it will light up things above me. My little pet does it also. I love this pet. This little tree rocket thing.
I hear you coming.
I'm going through a tunnel that's right through here, where I had been working before. I remember there was a tunnel somewhere over here. Hello? Is anyone there? Alright, so let's go down this way and see what's down here.
Oh, there you go.
Where is it?
Uh-oh, you have a Plantera coming towards you. The heck is a Plantera?
The boss.
On the map I saw, it changed what it looked like when it started attacking you.
Well, that's when it's the phase. That's how you know the phase it's going through. It turns into this like slightly meaner version of itself. So I mean, it was there, so I thought I'd get it. Didn't like this. The jungle being right there is. I didn't realize we had jungle right there.
Does the Plantera have to spawn from jungle?
Yeah. It's a flower. There's a flower that you mine, that spawns it. So it was just, I didn't realize we had jungle that close to us. I thought the jungle was off to the side.
Yeah.
Silver, I don't care about that. I don't know if you knew this, but on the map, if you go to the map, once you've seen a treasure somewhere, like an ore or something, on the map, if you go to the map and mouse over it, it shows what it is.
Oh, sand flow.
Yeah, so like right next to me on the map, it showed that there was cobalt there because I had seen it at some point, and so I'm able to go there and mine it. So I can actually just.
Ore doesn't respawn, does it? Ore does not respawn.
Some of the stuff you have to mine the altars, and when you mine it, the world gets blessed with some of that stuff. But at the same time, corruption or crimson spreads. So it's like.
Oh, I see. It's like a crimson altar that I can see.
Yes.
Crimson hearts, I can see. Okay.
But you know those spirits.
Pots.
You know those spirits that were attacking you through the wall? It spawns those also.
Ugh.
Yeah. And you have to have a certain level of hammer to be able to break those. A certain type of hammer. You should have it. I'm not sure.
Yeah, you guys have given me pretty much anything that I could want.
Yep. Can make a lot of stuff.
200 jellyfish. Man, you're falling behind.
Yeah, it's because I don't find that many jellies. How many pirates are you on and stuff like that?
I think I hit 2,000 on one type.
I'm up to like 20,000.
Oh, maybe I just missed a 0.
But it's also some of it's this. It depends on the world. Like so, the world that we were working on before I started this one. That one, it's with the castle thing there. That one it's a lot more. Spiders. Why did it have to be spiders? Silt.
Yeah, so not necessarily fun, but distracting and activating. Those are usually the things that I shoot for in entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
It's successful or good entertainment if it's distracting and mentally activating.
Ah. Yeah, makes sense. Alright, well, I think that's where I'm going to call it for today. Can't spend all day on here, right?
We've only been here for an hour and 20. Oh, an hour and 10 maybe.
Mm-hmm. I have other things I have to do. At some point I gotta take Michelle to the DMV so she can get her replacement license and all that good stuff.
What happened?
She lost her one. She had a little baggie. They went to the state fair while I was gone, and she had a little baggie that she had with her ID card and her driver's license in it, and one of her debit cards. So we had to have those things canceled and stuff. Oh yeah, there they are.
It's not as bad as it could be.
Nope. So we just have to get her. I'm going to take her today to get her a new license. That's all. I mean, yeah, like you said, it could do worse. Raw stone. Why didn't you sort? Go there. Spider fangs. That's monster mats. You go there. So, oh, life fruit. Hey, what is your maximum MP right now?
500.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, so MP?
No, like HP. Yeah, 500. That's what I needed. Yeah. I have a little magical fruit.
I think that's already max, right?
Yes.
Bouncy house. Oh, not bouncing.
Okay. So let me switch this over. Hi, Brian's Republic. I could do what? Okay, see, I wasn't paying attention when you posted that, so I don't know what I said. But yes, well, I'm back. You know, after a long hiatus.
Getting off.
Yeah, I don't remember at this point though. And, you know, it's one of those. I say things and like, if I didn't look over and see it right away.
And because of the delay, the stream delay.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's only like.
There's a little picture of Jack Skellington from Nightmare Before Christmas.
You just noticed that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are all the pictures from things like that?
Not all of them, but some of them are, yeah. But yeah, that you're talking, yeah, that little painting up there.
Yeah.
Yep.
This one could be any number of early mid-90s RPGs.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Could be Ultima Online, could be Daggerfall, could be...
Oh, you were talking about Meow Meow?
This one.
Yep, that one. Yeah, I don't remember what that one's called. It's called... There.
Cat. Oh, I don't want it. I don't even know how to put them up.
You click on it and you put it on the wall.
Castle Marsburg.
Yep. I don't remember why I put it there. I knew that I wanted the Skellington one right there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember why. Although technically it would be better, right? Better in some other places. But you'll notice that in some of these rooms, I've decorated them with the, like, besides the boss things, I've also put the weapons that are related to them. Like in the Eye of Cthulhu, all that stuff is Cthulhu related. Brain, the eye, you know, the masks and stuff, the weapons. That's all what's all in here. And the statues have the masks also.
Okay, so it's a parody of Wolfenstein 3D's title screen.
There you go.
Okay, I can see that now.
Yep. Yeah. There are a lot of paintings that aren't actually up. Like if you go, well, there's one that's up here too. There's a screamer kind of a thing up here. There are paintings all over the place, honestly. And there are
I
a bunch
like
of
it when
other
games
stores.
put in little Easter eggs and hidden references.
Yeah. Oh. All right. So, let me post one more thing about. No, not that. Hold on. So, the stream uses Stream Puppy to help manage it. You can find out more at that website. As always, as you can see by the. Yeah, I'm pointing the right direction. The little bar up there, the little update thing up there. I am doing Extra Life again this year, and I've already started fundraising. Find out more at that link. I am an author. You can find out more on my website. I need to actually get back to posting on my blog there. I have a novel the sequel that I'm editing. You can pre-order it at that link right there. And that's going to wrap it up for now. I posted all that using Stream Puppy. Now I'm going to change.
And
scenes.
Tuesday we will.
Yep, Tuesday we'll be
start back up
with Fallout 76, and
All
we'll
right.
talk a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
We gave you guys a little background information on us as veterans with PTSD, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. And I'm hoping maybe this weekend I'll finally get to do some recordings of art with her meaningful moments, mindful
Yes.
moments, so we can have those.
Yes.
All right. So, real quick, I'm gonna see who's currently streaming. Also using Stream Puppy. It has a feed here that shows you people who are that you're following, who are currently streaming, based on how long they've been, how recently. So the people who are most recent are right at the top. So you don't, how many times have you gone and hosted someone right after your stream and then they've gone offline?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking for. I don't see the game mechanic. He may not be on yet. So.
Okay, so I guess the castle that's in Marsburg is actually called Old Castle Padberg. When do you go back to Germany this year?
If I do, it's going to be over the summer.
Okay, because I'm going to want to try to come out while you're there.
Yeah, I'll let you know. If I do, it's going to be over the summer. So, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to host Azili after this goes up. You can...
Actually, I think my passport might expire this year. Check.
You can follow her.
Oh, no, I have another year.
At that channel right there. She's a fun community streamer. She likes to do city skylines and what is that? There's a theme park game that she likes to play. I can't remember. She also did Jurassic World for a little while, so that's what I'm going to host. Now, as the stream is ending, I will be back tomorrow morning for my own stuff, probably doing something creative instead of playing. So I will catch you guys tomorrow. Thanks for joining me, Golgoth.
Bye, everybody.
And Zoe will be joining me tomorrow evening for some Zelda. So be sure to tune in for that also. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.